Welcome to the News Hour. Today, a federal judge said that President Donald Trump violated his order that lifted a blanket freeze on federal spending and again directed the administration to release the funds.
That as top prosecutors in nearly half the country just won a temporary legal victory, restoring medical research funding stripped late last week. White House correspondent Laura Barone-Lopez joins us now for more. So, Laura, we're 3 weeks into the Trump administration. You're seeing a growing number of federal judges describe the president's actions as overreach. What more did federal judges say about Mr. Trump's attempts to freeze some of those federal funds?
So on that sweeping freeze of federal funding, District Judge John McConnell said in a ruling today that the Trump administration's continued freeze of those funds, quote, violate the plain text of an order that he previously issued, saying that they needed to stop and that they needed to release all of those funds. And Judge McConnell called Trump's actions, quote, likely unconstitutional, and said that the freeze continues to, quote, cause irreparable harm to much of the country. Now, he didn't hold any government officials in contempt, criminal contempt, but hinted that he might in the future if they violate this order. And he specifically ordered the administration to stop freezing money for the infrastructure law, for the Inflation Reduction Act, those are Biden-era laws, as well as said that that the administration needed to release funding for the National Institutes of Health. So the big question here, Amna, is does the Trump administration comply with this judge's order? I asked the White House. They didn't answer that question. And there's some suggestions from people like Vice President Pence as well as Elon Musk that they think that the administration should defy the court orders.
You mentioned the National Institutes of Health, or NIH. On Friday night, we should remind folks, the Trump administration announced it was cutting billions of dollars in NIH funding. We just saw a temporary legal victory for the case to let those funds move ahead. What should we understand about that case and its impact?
So now a second judge has said just moments ago that the administration needs to release that funding for the National Institutes of Health that goes to medical centers, that goes to universities, and it funds research for things like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. And they said that the administration needs to show within 24 hours that they have released that funds, and they have to show that on an ongoing basis because essentially the states argued that this is life-saving research that is being held up because of this block.
Meanwhile, we see Mr. Trump and Elon Musk's work to slash the federal workforce continue, this time with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Tell us about that.
That's right. Russ Vought, who is the head of the budget office for the Trump administration, but also the acting director of the CFPB, that consumer watchdog group, he ordered that all CFPB staff stop working, don't come into the office. This is something that Project 2025 wanted to do. They wanted to eliminate the entire agency, but like the USAID Agency for International Development, it takes an act of Congress if you're going to dismantle any of these agencies or even try to transfer their functions. And so, again, it's a question of whether or not Congress is going to step in here. It's a playbook similar to what they did with USAID, and we did see today that despite, again, a judge's order saying that USAID workers had to be allowed to return to work and to reinstate their functions and the work of the agency, ultimately, those workers were barred from entering their office today, Amna.
Our White House correspondent Laura Barone-Lopez with the latest. Laura, thank you.
Thank you.